three older sisters, two older sisters. I'm sorry, I'm the shortest one. So they will make that comparison. My aunties, my uncles, like, oh my God, what happened to you? Because one of my sisters is like, they're not that tall, but she's like 5'7", 5'8", and my other sister is 5'6". So I'm like 5'4", right? I'm tiny. I'm not that tall, but they will always make that comparison. And my dad will say, well, thank God she's not yours, so don't mind. It's none of your business. Don't mind it. Thank God she's not your kid. She's my kid. So don't say things like that around her, because they will make me feel uncomfortable, because I was like, but I'm not super, super short. Like, oh my God, your sister's so much taller than you. You look like a blah, blah, blah next to your sister. hmm I don't know if it's me, Miss Marlene, but I cannot hear you.
I had it on mute.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I have a thing where we get together and we talk about the wonderful qualities of one another. I think it's very good in family bonding and building that. I think it's important to do, like to say like so and so is so this or so that, or they're good at this. It's good to hear it, because I think a lot of times within families, we don't hear you don't find out anything about a person until they passed on, and you're like, I didn't know they did this, or I didn't know they did that. So it's important, give people their flowers while they're alive to receive them.
Exactly. And that's the thing. This again, this is why for me it was healthier to distance myself from people, because when you go into, like, for the holidays, you go excited, you bring in all the presents, and you're gonna have family you're so excited about, but then everything they do the minute you enter the house, oh my God, that's what you were wearing. Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know you were gonna wear that. I'm not sure about that color on you. It's like, oh, nice to see you too, right?
yeah.
And
As soon
so,
as you come in, they have something negative
yes,
to say.
they're tearing you apart. And as people come in, they do the same thing to everybody. So it for me, that started building like an anxiety, like, oh my God, what are we gonna encounter this time? Or who's gonna start fighting first? Or who's gonna start, throw the first punch? Or you know what I mean? Like, so for me, if it's not somewhere where I'm gonna be comfortable, I'm gonna feel welcome, and I'm gonna feel like I'm at home. If I'm not going to a place like that, then I'd rather stay home, because it's
Exactly.
not good for my mental health. Not that I feel lesser than, it's not that. It's just that they bring you down. It's like a downer with those people.
Yeah.
So instead of you going, driving out of your way, wasting all that time in the visit so that you can come back home and stressed out, and saying, "Oh my God, I cannot," I, I, I'm glad it's only once a year. If you're saying that if you're going or coming back from a party, you're better off just staying home, because the damage that they do to you, it takes a long time for you to desensitize from that. At
Yeah.
least to me, it takes me a while to get out of that, stress of the holidays. So
Yeah.
that's why I decided, for me, it was going to be, if I'm going to be somewhere, it has to be somewhere that I'm welcome,
Yep.
that I like to go, that they like me there. It's not something that somewhere that I have to be because we're family.
Yes, exactly. Um, I wanted to answer the poll question. I see it's a 50-50 split, Miss Nexie. 50-50.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's two votes for yes and two votes for no. And the question is, do you have a good relationship with your family? So
Uh-oh. And I believe that, because, sometimes when you're not, when